Welcome back. In the first part of this video, we talked about what your cat choosing to sleep on you actually means from a scientific and emotional standpoint. We talked about oxytocin, the love hormone flowing in both of your brains simultaneously. We talked about what it costs a cat, biologically and emotionally, to be truly vulnerable. And we established something that I hope you carry with you from this video. Your cat's nightly choice is one of the most meaningful choices any living creature can make. Now I want to go deeper, because the story does not stop at trust in oxytocin. What your cat is doing to your body while you sleep together goes further than most people ever learn, and it is one of the most quietly extraordinary things I have ever come across in years of researching cats and their relationship with humans. We are going to talk about the purr. The purr, the most underestimated sound in the world. When your cat settles onto your chest at night and begins to purr, most people think of it as a simple signal of contentment. The cat is happy. That is the beginning and end of what most people understand about purring. But science has been looking more closely at what a cat's purr actually is and what it does, and the findings are genuinely extraordinary. Cats purr at a frequency of 20 to 150 hertz. This range of frequencies has been found to have various therapeutic effects on human health. Research indicates that frequencies in the range of 25 to 50 hertz can promote bone growth and healing. These frequencies stimulate the production of osteoblasts, the cells responsible for bone formation. Frequencies between 50 and 150 hertz are known to alleviate pain and reduce swelling. The vibrations can act similarly to low-frequency ultrasound treatments used in physical therapy to manage pain and inflammation. Dr. Lisa Koch. Read that carefully. Your cat is purring at frequencies that match therapeutic ultrasound treatments used in physical therapy clinics. The vibration moving through your body as your cat purrs on your chest is doing things that we deliberately create machines to replicate in medical settings. And this is not a fringe theory. Bioacoustic researchers have documented this. Elizabeth von Muggenthaler, a specialist in bioacoustics, recorded the purring frequencies of multiple species of cats and confirmed that these frequencies correspond to known therapeutic ranges for bone healing, tissue repair, and pain reduction. The purring of cats has shown a potential link to supporting healing, especially with muscle and bone injuries, so falling asleep to a purring cat on you may provide some physical healing. The vet desk. When you think about who is watching this video, cat owners, many of whom are navigating the physical changes of getting older, dealing with joints that are not what they used to be, recovering from this or that, managing the ordinary aches of a body that has been well used, this is not a small thing. This is your cat, every night, unknowingly participating in something that looks very much like gentle, non-invasive therapy. And they are doing it because they love you. What it does to your heart, literally. One 10-year study showed a 30% lower risk of death from a heart attack versus people who do not own cats, the vet desk. 30%. That is not a small number. That is a significant, studied, documented reduction in one of the leading causes of death, associated with the simple act of sharing your life with the cat. While cat purring is not a substitute for professional treatment, it can complement therapy and other interventions for individuals dealing with anxiety disorders. The soothing effects of purring help reduce blood pressure, which can lower the risk of heart attacks and strokes. The calming presence of a cat, combined with the rhythmic vibrations of its purr, contributes to a healthier cardiovascular system. Rutherford Vet. Your blood pressure, when you are lying in bed with a purring cat on your chest, is measurably lower than it would be without them. Your heart rate slows, your cortisol, the stress hormone that your body produces when it is under pressure, drops. Your parasympathetic nervous system, which is the part of your nervous system responsible for rest and recovery, becomes more active. In plain language, your body is safer, calmer, and more capable of healing when your cat is with you than when they are not. That is not an emotion. That is physiology. what it does for loneliness, and why this matters so deeply. I want to talk about something now that I think deserves real honesty, because for many people watching this video, the relationship with their cat is not just a pleasant addition to a full life, it is one of the most consistent, reliable, unconditionally loving relationships they have. Cats provide a sense of comfort and companionship, which can help to alleviate feelings of loneliness and isolation. This is particularly important for elderly individuals who may not have regular social interactions. The cat bandit. Loneliness is one of the great unspoken health crises of our time. Researchers have compared the health effects of chronic loneliness to smoking 15 cigarettes a day. It raises inflammation in the body, it disrupts sleep, it weakens the immune system, it increases the risk of heart disease, depression, and cognitive decline. And a cat sleeping on you every night addresses that loneliness in a way that is physiologically real, not just emotionally comforting. The rhythmic purring and body warmth of a cat can make falling asleep easier. Better sleep translates to better mood and mental health. It's a gentle yet powerful example of how cats improve mental health in everyday routines. Animal Care Clinic. For the person who lives alone, for the person who has lost a partner, for the person whose children are far away and whose days are quieter than they used to be, that cat on the chest at night is not a small thing. It is a living, breathing, purring, chemically bonding presence that says you are not alone every single night. And what I want you to understand is that your cat knows this on some level, not in the way humans know things, not with words or thoughts or intentions, but in the wordless, ancient way that bonded animals know things. They feel your breath change when they are near. They feel the tension leave your body when they settle. They return to you night after night because your presence does something for them too, because you are each other's safe place. The relationship established with a pet is one that offers predictability, encouragement, and positivity, which can be a big help for many that may experience negativity within human relationships. AKR Reunite. Your cat does not have bad days that spill onto you. Your cat does not judge. Your cat does not withdraw. Your cat shows up every night, reliably, warmly, and chooses the same place. You. Always you. Before we close, I want to tell you about one more thing, because there's a communication happening between you and your cat that most people don't realize they are already fluent in. You've probably, without knowing it, done this 1,000 times. You looked at your cat across the room, your cat looked back at you, and slowly, softly, without thinking about it, you blinked. Maybe your cat blinked back. That exchange, that slow, deliberate, soft blink, is one of the most meaningful things you can say to a cat. It is a feline signal of safety and non-threat. It is, in their language, a smile. It is the visual version of everything that sleeping together communicates. I see you, I am not a threat, you are safe with me. Unlike dogs, cats do not rely on prolonged eye contact to bond. Instead, they use more understated signals. The most well-known is the slow blink, a feline smile, signaling safety and trust. Science alert. Every slow blink you have ever exchanged with your cat was a conversation. Every time they chose your lap, every time they chirped at you from across the room, every headbutt, every kneading of your leg, every time they flopped down next to you with dramatic feline flair, all of it was language. All of it was your cat saying things that their biology doesn't have words for. And the sleeping, the nightly choice to be on you, with you, rising and falling with your breathing, that is the longest sentence they know how to say. It says, I trust you completely. You are my person. I am where I choose to be. A few words directly to you. I want to close this video by speaking directly to you, not to cat owners in general, to you specifically watching this right now. Maybe you live alone. Maybe there are nights that are longer and quieter than you would like them to be. Maybe the world has changed in ways that have left some spaces in your life that are harder to fill than you expected. Maybe there are days when the most consistent conversation you have is the one that happens without words, when a small creature jumps up beside you and settles, and the whole room gets a little warmer. I want you to know that what is happening between you and your cat is real. It is chemically real, it is scientifically documented, and it is one of the oldest forms of trust that exists in the living world. You didn't imagine it. You didn't project it. You earned it, slowly, quietly, through every meal and every gentle word and every patient moment. Your cat chose you. Out of everything and everyone, they chose you. And every night, while the world sleeps and everything goes quiet, the two of you are doing something together that science is only beginning to fully understand, releasing the same hormones, sharing the same warmth, healing each other in ways that happen too slowly and too quietly to notice, but are absolutely, measurably real. There is a moment that happens in millions of homes across this country every single night. The lights go off, the room gets quiet, a human lies down and pulls up the covers, and within minutes, sometimes seconds, a small, warm weight settles somewhere on their body. A chest, a legs, a feet, a stomach. And in that moment, something shifts. The tension of the day releases just a little. The breathing slows. The world gets smaller and quieter and safer. And for just a few minutes before sleep takes over, everything feels genuinely okay. If you know that moment, if you live that moment, then this video is for you. Because I want to tell you something today that I think you deserve to hear. Something that science has been quietly building the case for, and that finally, in the last few years, researchers have been able to confirm with real data. What is happening when your cat chooses to sleep on you every night is not random. It is not just about warmth. It is not habit. It is not convenience. It is one of the most profound expressions of trust that exists in the animal world, and it is doing things to both of your bodies right now while you sleep that most people never know about. Let us start at the beginning. Why cats do not give trust easily and why that matters. To understand why your cat sleeping on you is so significant, you first need to understand something about where cats come from and what trust actually cost them. Cats are not pack animals. They did not evolve like dogs in groups where cooperation and social bonding were survival strategies. The ancestor of your domestic cat was a largely solitary hunter, the African wildcat, who survived alone, hunted alone, and whose vulnerability was a death sentence. Showing vulnerability meant becoming prey. That history lives inside every domestic cat, even the most comfortable, spoiled, deeply loved house cat. It is not baggage. It is ancient, intelligent biology, and it means that the willingness to be vulnerable, to relax completely, to close the eyes, to surrender to sleep in the presence of another living being, is not something a cat does lightly or quickly or with just anyone. Cats reserve their oxytocin releasing behavior for when they truly feel safe. A cat's trust is not automatic. It must be earned. But once given, it is reinforced by the same chemical that bonds human parents, partners, and friends. Science alert. Read that again. The same chemical that bonds a mother with her newborn, the same chemical that bonds lifelong partners, that is what is flowing between you and your cat right now. When your cat closes their eyes and sleeps on your body, they are doing the most vulnerable thing a creature with their biology can do. They are choosing you as their safe place. Out of everything in the world, every quiet corner, every warm cushion, every soft surface, they choose you. That is not nothing. That is everything. The love hormone, what science now knows. Now let's talk about the science, because this is where it gets genuinely remarkable. You may have heard of oxytocin. It's sometimes called the love hormone or the bonding hormone. It's the chemical that surges in a mother's brain when she holds her newborn for the first time. It's what rises between partners who deeply trust each other. It's what flows in the brain of a human who feels genuinely, safely loved. For a long time, scientists knew this was happening in human-dog relationships. Dogs evolved alongside humans for tens of thousands of years, and the research on the dog-human bond was extensive. But cats, with their reputation for independence, for aloofness, for not caring, were largely left out of that research. Until recently. A February 2025 study found that when owners engaged in relaxed petting, cuddling, or cradling of their cats, the owner's oxytocin levels tended to rise, and so did the cat's, if the interaction was not forced on the animal. Securely attached cats who initiated contact, such as lap-sitting or nudging, showed an oxytocin surge. The more time they spent close to their humans, the greater the boost. Science alert. Let that sink in. Your cat is not just receiving your love. When your cat chooses to come to you, when they climb up onto your chest at night and settle in, their brain is releasing the same bonding hormone that yours is. You are both, at the same time, in a biological state of love and trust and attachment. This is not poetry. This is chemistry, measured in real studies by real scientists, confirmed in peer-reviewed journals. Researchers in Japan reported in 2021 that brief petting sessions with cats boosted oxytocin levels in many owners, and a 2002 study found that this oxytocin rush from gentle cat contact helps lower cortisol, the stress hormone, which in turn can reduce blood pressure and even pain. Live science. And here's the part that I find most beautiful about all of this. The oxytocin doesn't flow equally in all situations. When interactions respect the cat's comfort, the oxytocin flows. But when a cat feels cornered, the bonding hormone is elusive. Science alert. Your cat has to choose it. The love has to be freely given to be chemically real. And your cat, every single night, freely chooses you. What choosing you actually means. Think about this for a moment. In your home right now, there are probably multiple soft, warm places your cat could sleep. A cushion, a blanket, a cat bed you probably bought that they ignored, a pile of laundry, a sunspot on the floor. Your cat has surveyed all of these options and decided night after night that none of them compare to you. Research found that cats who engage in frequent physical closeness with their owners display higher levels of relaxed body posture and lower stress markers during interactions, a strong indicator of emotional trust. The rhythmic sound of your heartbeat and breath provides comfort similar to that of a mother cat's purring. This deepens the emotional connection between cat and owner, reinforcing the bond through shared warmth and security. Veterinary Today. Your heartbeat. Think about that. The sound that your heart makes, that steady, rhythmic pulse that you've had before you were born, is one of the sounds that makes your cat feel safest in the world. It reminds them, on a deep biological level, of the safety of a mother's body, of the original warmth of being held. You became that for them. Quietly, gradually, through years of feeding and speaking and simply being present, you became home, and your heartbeat became the sound of safety. When your cat sleeps on you, they might also be marking you, subtly claiming you as part of their territory through scent exchange. Their body contains pheromones that signal ownership, bonding, and familiarity. This is not possessive in a negative sense. It is a sign of affection and inclusion. Your scent comforts your cat, and in turn, their scent tells the world, "This human is mine." You are theirs, and they have decided to be yours. That is what every night of sleeping together has been quietly building between you, a bond that is written in chemistry, in scent, in the language of sleeping bodies and steady heartbeats, and the weight of something small and warm that trusts you completely.